Did you say you about? I went a different route. I just go pivot the couch. I just envisioned the count. Then
Thank you so much for joining us on 2K TV. It's nice to have you on the show.
One of the most unique sculptures you'll ever. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for Paul.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Kevin Love out there with Gallinari, and it's Chris Paul, and it's Joe Ingles, and it's Robinson in at the 2. And for Detroit, we've got Evan Fournier. Collins is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Parker in at the small forward position. And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Paul can't get it to go.
You know, obviously it's been a tough go for Jabari Parker out of the gates in his career. He had to handle a couple of injuries early, but this is a former number 2 overall pick. And what we know unequivocally is this guy can put the ball in the basket. Can he find the right situation where he can flourish?
Pocket 2. Gobert can't hit. Fournier against Gallinari. Shoots over Fournier. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And for Parker, who has had to fight back from injuries, sometimes the motivation seems to be lacking.
Well, Jabari Parker doesn't turn heads on the defensive end, and so that's part of what gets him off the floor at times. He needs to make sure that not only is he interested in scoring, but he's got to be willing to make stops as well.
Here's Robinson. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. Robinson kicks to Love. From outside, off the mark.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Dinwiddie against New Orleans, who is really on his game. To the middle, here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Boy, phenomenal decision-making from the young guard. Spencer Dinwiddie, nicely done, putting it on time and on target.
Robinson, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Doris, great scoring is often reliant upon great football. And we hear coaches, don't we, talk about that all the time?
We really do, Kev. You look at a guy like Kyrie Irving, who at the point guard position is one of the great scorers. He's a clutch shooter. He doesn't go to the free throw line a lot, and it's because he's so elusive. Can finish left and right, puts a lot of English on his shots. DeMar DeRozan gets separation with incredible footwork, and maybe the best in the league right now in terms of his footwork. That tap dancing James Harden, which is just nearly impossible to check.
I love those names, and they're so right. It's fun to watch. What a skill. And finished off by Collins.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. Now, here is Gallinari. They really needed more from him in that loss to Washington.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Parker against Ingles. Parker surveying the floor. Over Gallinari. And that one goes long. For New York, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Ingles passes to Paul. Hits the three-point bomb. Paul's got 5 points so far.
I'll tell you, Joe Ingles is proving that as a passer, he is a special player.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside, Robinson. Back to Paul. Shoots. And the Knicks good for 2.
Yeah, he's like a magician out there. Paul shows you only what he wants you to see. Then he hits you with the reveal.
Now here's Parker from deep three-point range. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game.
The steals thing is just...
You hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits, what they like to do, gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They've got Collins, Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Parker in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Now, here's Dinwiddie. Rebound, Love.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor.
Here's Paul, following the basket by Evan Fournier. There's the feed to Gallinari. Sinks that one from the post.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Gobert finds Parker. Gobert against Love. Gobert the pass to Parker. Over Ingles. Parker's shot is off. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for New York. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. 1:56 left in the second quarter. The shot's good from Love.
And Kevin Love knows his role so well. This guy is always looking to find space and spread the court with his ability to knock down shots.
Now here's Parker. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the chart.
Second chance shot. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Rudy Gobert.
I love it when Rudy Gobert crashes the offensive glass, uses those long arms to great advantage.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Dinwiddie dishes to Parker. The shot. Knicks with the rebound. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season. And the dunk by Love.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Now, here's Fournier. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Dinwiddie attacking. Fournier trying to break loose. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Dinwiddie.
Pick up the pace, get the 2 for 1 here.
Well, you want efficiency and quality shots in this situation.
Robinson against Fournier. Passes it to Gobert. Back to Fournier. Stolen by Robinson. Paul outside. Back to Robinson. From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Not just a...
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first. And that wraps up the halftime show.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Joe Ingles is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Robinson. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot.
What we know unequivocally is Spencer Dinwiddie is far more than a terrific basketball player. Let's remember, he scored 1,400 on his SATs. His mom was a professor at USC, and there's something very special about being raised in an academic environment.
And Gallinari kicks to Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Robinson's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Knicks. Pistons trail by 13. And Doris, you talk about Dinwiddie's book smarts. His parents wanted him to attend Harvard.
Yeah, he chose instead, Kevin, to attend the University of Colorado, believing the Pac-12 would be a better stepping stone to the NBA. And think about it, even now, this guy's not shy about challenging authority. He will keep his coaches on their toes.
Here's Paul. The shot comes out. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Here's Fournier. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Fournier's got 7 points.
Well, the body of Evan Fournier comes into play in these difficult finishes. That's really nice.
And the rejection by Collins.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum. Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher. Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Ball against Dinwiddie. Parker outside. Pass to Collins. Over Gallinari. Shot by Collins, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Paul surveying the floor. Back to Gallinari. Rebound by the Pistons. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Robinson against Fournier. Pass to Gobert. They get it again. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Paul passes to Love. No good that time. And it's Detroit the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Paul against Dinwiddie. Paul kicks to Love. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Parker.
This guy just a terrific natural scorer. Jabari Parker getting a great look.
And here is Robinson. He's got 7. Pulls it from 20. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the New York Knicks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Evan Fournier. Then there's Parker. Then it's John Collins. And it's Gobert in at the 5. And Gallinari kicks to Paul. And again, New York with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
The pass to Gobert. Robinson against Fournier. Back to Gobert. There's the dish to Fournier. Shoots from the elbow. And the jumper is good. Fournier's got 9 points now in just the second half.
What a polished offensive game. Fournier cashing in from the mid-range.
Outside Robinson. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 8-point game. Here's Parker. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
All against Collins. And the rejection by Collins. Fournier passes to Dinwiddie. Collins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Clearly a foul.
The first one falls. And so Collins nails both of them.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Love outside. It's good from long range. And the Knicks lead by 7.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Parker's shot is off.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Pass to Love. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Parker against Robinson. Lets the 3 fly. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Parker dishes to Dinwiddie. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 6 points for Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, Dinwiddie loves huge opportunities, and he delivers there.
Paul passes to Love. Dinwiddie with it. Robinson picks him up. It's tipped and stolen by Love. On the wing, Ingles. Covered by Parker. And the dunk by Love.
Timeout. Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They trail by 7. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Love.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He told him this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If you make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Milton. It's hauled in by Trent.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And so it's the Knicks with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's...
It's just a flashback, digital dash. He used to run with a. He used to.